Hi everybody. If here are 5 doors, door 1, door 2, door 3, door 4 and door 5, and on each and every door a statement is written, like on door 1 we have our statement 1 and on door 2 we have our statement 2 and similarly statement 3, 4 and 5. Now if these statements are this and 3 of the statements are false and remaining 2 statements are true, and here are only one correct door that gives you freedom, if you enter in remaining 4 doors that they will kill you instantly. So your question is to find which is the correct door that gives you freedom. And this is the question in the theoretical form. You can take the screenshot of that, and so please give your trial to this question and keep watching for the solution. Now here are our statements. On door 1 we have a statement 1, which is door 2, 4 and 5 are incorrect doors, and now on door 2 we have our statement 2, and this is at least one sign next to me is lying. And on door 3 we have our statement 3, which is door 2 is the correct door, and on statement door 4 we have our statement 4, which is the sign in front of the correct door is true, and on door 5 we have a statement 5. All signs on an even number door are true. Now we have to figure out which is the correct door that gives you freedom only by using these 5 statements, and we should know that 3 statements are false and 2 of them are true. So we have to figure out which is true and which is false. Now suppose or assume that statement first is true. I am not saying that statement first is exactly true. I am just gonna consider or assume that statement first is true, because in these types of logical puzzles you have to firstly assume a statement as true or false, whatever you want to, then you have to give a proof to make statement wrong or correct by using another giving conditional statements. So firstly we consider statement first as true. So door 2, 4 and 5 are evil doors according to the statement first, and we consider this as true. So door 2, door 4 and door 5 are incorrect doors. Now I move on to second statement, and for second statement I just gonna consider this again as true, and according to second statement at least one sign next to me is lying, and the sign next to the second statement obviously is third statement. So third statement is incorrect statement according to the second statement after making this as true. So according to third statement, door 2 is the correct door, and third, we know that third statement is false, and actually this is false because door 2 is actually an incorrect door after making statement first as true, and the remaining statement 4 and statement 5 are false statement because we know that there are only 2 correct statements and the remaining 3 are incorrect, and we already consider statement 1 and 2 as correct, so statement 3, 4, 5 has to be incorrect for making the given information in our question correct. Now we move on to our fourth statement, and according to fourth statement the statement in front of the correct door is true. But till now we doesn't oppose the statement 4 because till now we doesn't figure out which is the correct door, so we talk about this statement later. Now we move on to our statement 5th. According to statement 5th, all statements on an even number door are true. This means if the door number is an even number, then their door statements has to be true. But looking in our door 1, 1 is an odd number, but the statement 1 is true. That was we will consider. So making statement first as true, we have to make statement fifth as false, and that actually statement fifth is false. So making fifth statement as false statement is the correct choice. Now that's the correct time to move on our statement 4, because through the statement 4 we will figure out which is the correct door. So according to statement 4, the statement in front of the correct door is true. This means if the door is true, then the statement has to be true. But we will consider statement 4 as false statement. So we have only two doors remaining, door 1 and 3. So one of them is a correct door. Suppose that making door 1 as a true door. So what we get, we will consider door 1 as true door, and the statement 1 is also true. That the statement 4 says, if the door is true, then the statement has to be true. That's make statement 4 as the true statement. But this is not good. This thing opposes the information given in the question, which is that only two statements are correct statements. But look at that, statement 1, 2, 4 and 4 statements are true statements. So making door 2 as true door, this is not good. So the one and only door remaining is door 3. So making door 3 is actually the correct choice, because door 3 is a correct door, but statement 3 is not correct. That makes statement 4 as false. And all thing obeys the information given in the question. According to question, 2 statements are correct and the remaining 3 are false. And look at that, statement 1 and 2 are true statements, but statement 3, 4 and 5 are false statements. And none of the statements doesn't oppose making any statement true or false. So door 3 is the correct door. That's the correct answer. We got the correct answer in first try, but sometimes doesn't some of you might first consider statement first as false, and you going on and saw that somehow you saw that making statement first as false statement is actually a wrong choice, and then you consider statement first as true and going on and finally got a correct answer like I was got. Because in these types of questions, first we have to assume any statement as true or false, and then we have to oppose making this statement true or false by using our remaining statements. So once if we make statement first as false statement, somehow by using statement 2, 3, 4, 5, we will get making statement first as a false statement was a wrong decision. So that is our correct final answer, which is door 3 is true. And you can also send me questions on my email address, and address is yourmathsguy1910@gmail.com.